Please accept our humble obeisances to Srila Gurudev and dear devotees. We welcome you to our Monday class, and today's class topic is Pastime of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. And now we welcome Gurudev and we request Gurudev to shower us with Nigerian pastime. The floor is yours, Gurudev. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnanandjana Salakaya Chakshulun Militanjana Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Mano Bhishtam Stavitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Gurun Sriyuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Sat Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vidam Tam Sajivam Sadhuitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devan Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahaguno Lolita Sri Visakhan Vitam Cha Hare Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrisavana Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakal Pataru Vyascha Kripasandhivya Vacha Patitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Nityananda Balaram Sayuta Siki Sisi Nityananda Balaram Ki Nityananda Goswami Ki. Hare Krishna. Today we are observing the auspicious appearance of Lord Nityananda Balaram, Nityananda Goswami. And in the morning we were talking about Nityananda Prabhu. So we are continuing. And we are reading from the Chaitanya Bhagavat. This is Madhya chapter 7. Sorry. Antya-lila chapter 7. Antya-lila chapter 7. There is a benediction, there is a blessing from the author, Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur. He gave blessing here, so I want everybody to get this blessing. So that is the importance of celebrating today. Lord Nityananda Prabhu has come to bless us. So we want all of us to get this blessing. Narrating the passings of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, the author Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur, he gave the blessing to those who are aspiring to have the mercy of Lord Nityananda, which is the reason why we are speaking. We are speaking the message of our chariots and the Supreme Lord. And glory to Lord Chaitanya, the King of Vaikuntha. Glory to Lord Nityananda, the of the Supreme Lord. But Chaitanya Prabhu is the service form of Lord Chaitanya. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the same, Radha and Krishna together. Lord Krishna expanded himself into many forms, beginning from Nityananda Prabhu. So Nityananda Prabhu is the fountainhead of all the incarnations of Krishna. Krishna expanded once, But Nityananda Prabhu continued to expand and expand and expand. What is the reason for this expansion? Why Nityananda Prabhu is expanding and expanding and expanding unlimitedly? Why is he expanding? He's expanding because he has intense desire to serve Lord. Due to intense desire, David is expanding to do the service. That is the greed the devotees will have to become successful in Krishna consciousness. The greed to serve, not the greed to avoid, the greed to serve the Lord. The intense desire to serve the Lord is what Lord Nityananda Prabhu's stand for. So he's expanding unlimitedly because he wants to serve. The desire to serve is burning. So it is said here that Lord Nityananda Prabhu is the service form of the Supreme Lord, the service form of the Supreme Lord. He is the Supreme Lord as his servant. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, in all my activities I perform all my activities through Lord Nityananda. All his activities he performed through Lord Nityananda. So it is said here, he is the service form Lord Chaitanya, or the Supreme Lord. Glory, glory to Lord Chaitanya, who is dear to Advaita and Srivas. Glory, glory to Lord Chaitanya, who is the life of Gadadhara and Jagadananda. Glory, glory to Lord Chaitanya, who is the life of Paramananda Puri. Glory, glory to Lord Chaitanya, who is the life and wealth of Dhira Damodara Swami. Glory, glory to Lord Chaitanya, actionage to Bhakrishwara Pandit. Glory, glory to Lord Chaitanya, who chants the heart of Puri. Glory, glory to Lord Chaitanya, the master of the gatekeeper, Govinda. Oh Lord, please place your merciful glance of mercy. Please place your glance of mercy on the conditioned souls. In this way, in the town of Nadia, Lord Nityananda enjoyed the pastimes in an ocean of ecstatic love and devotion. He always performed kirtan with the devotees, singing and dancing. He worshiped Lord Krishna. Accompanied by his host of cowherd boys, he went from house to house. He enjoyed pastimes in the same way he had done before in the towns of Gokula. You understand? Nityananda Prabhu is Lord Balaram, just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Lord Krishna. But in this form, in Chaitanya Prabhu's form, he is not only Krishna. He is Krishna and Radharani together. Krishna and Prema joined together. Krishna and Prema joined together. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So all Lord Nityananda Prabhu's associates, they are from Goloka. Similarly, all the devotees, all the associates, the queens of the associate of the Lord, they are also Brajabasis. They are all Brajabasis, all of them. All the boys, all the men and the ladies, they are all from Goloka now. Manifesting the bliss of Gokul, Lord Nityananda enjoyed pastimes of kirtan. Lord Chaitanya asked him to go to Navadvip from Jagannath Puri. He asked him to go to Navadvip. So he went. Now he is in Navadvip. And he desired to go and see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri. Lord Nityananda is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Whatever he wishes, he attains. At that time, he wished to see Lord Chaitanya. hurriedly and joyfully bidding farewell to everyone. He, yearning to see Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda Prabhu set out for Jagannath Puri. Accompanied by his associate, overcome with bliss, and always singing of Lord Chaitanya's names and virtues, Lord Nityananda departed. Accompanied by his associate, again and again, he roared, thundered, and danced. He wept with joy. He wept with joy. You understand what it meant? That he roared? When Nityananda Prabhu roared, the whole universe shake. That is how it is. They say thunder. When thunder strike, to spread. Tasting the nectar of ecstatic love on every part, he walked. After some days, he came to Jagannath Puri. Coming to Kamalapura and seeing the temple there, Lord Nityananda felt in ecstasy. Streams of tears always flowed from his eyes. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Hero. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Roha. Coming to a flower garden, he stopped and rested. But for Lord Chaitanya himself, who can understand his desires? Away on Nityananda's journey, Lord Chaitanya left his devotees and went to Ekeshwara. Nityananda Prabhu is coming to see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knew that Lord Nityananda Prabhu is coming to see him. So he also left Jagannath Puri, was going to meet his brother. In that place, Lord Nityananda was wrapped in a trance of meditation. Lord Chaitanya went there. Arriving and seeing Lord Nityananda wrapped in trance, Lord Chaitanya circumambulated him many times. Filled with love and reciting verses glorifying him, Lord Chaitanya circumambulated Lord Nityananda. Please hear the verse that came from Lord Chaitanya's graceful mouth. The verse glorifying Lord Nityananda. Anyone who hears this verse will find his heart attracted to Lord Nityananda. I told you. I told you. I told you. You should listen carefully to get the blessing that comes from hearing these pastimes. Griniyad Yavana Yavani Panim Isedva Sun Dikalayam Tarati Brahmano Panandyam Nityananda Padam Bujam. Even if Lord Nityananda holds an outcast girl's hand, and even if he enters the wine shop, his lotus feet are fit. They are still fit to be worshipped by Brahma. What does that mean? If Lord Nityananda holds the hand of a outcast girl, even if he's in the liquor shop, if Nityananda Prabhu in the brothel in a hotel, even if he's there, even if he's drinking the wine, even if he's drinking the wine, even if Nityananda Prabhu is drinking alcohol, even if he's drinking, and then what? And then what? And then what? He is worshipable by Lord Brahma. Lord Nityananda Prabhu in his form of Ananta and drink poison. So what is alcohol? What is alcohol? In a material world, a conditioned soul make something and become implicated by that. Is it not? Whatever we make in this material world will come under the influence. But that is not the case with the Supreme Lord. The Supreme Lord is a master of the illusory energy. He's a master. He created the illusory energy. He is the master. The illusory energy of Krishna does not control Krishna. In fact, in the Bhagavatam, it is said, the illusory energy of Krishna does not stand in his front, he stands behind, out of shyness. So even if no Nityananda Prabhu drink alcohol, and then what? And then what? When Nityananda Prabhu in his form of Balaram was in the forest, Varuni came sent by her father, Varuna. Varuni is a honey, but it distills honey, distilled. If it distills alcohol, it becomes, if it distills wine, it becomes alcohol, right? If you distill wine, it will become alcohol. Intoxicant. So when the honey is distilled, it turns to liquor. And liquor rolling like a mad person, like an intoxicated person. In that way, he desired to enjoy. In the water of Yamuna, what is associates. And Jamuna Devi, Nityananda Balaram ki, Nityananda Gosai ki. So Jamuna Devi is, this is a drunken person, you don't come and contaminate my water. This is drunkard, this is already in the, no, I don't want this contamination. So she didn't come to Lord Balaram. Lord Balaram is calling, come here, let me swim in the water. She said, no, I'm not coming. No, I'm not coming. I'm not coming. You're intoxicated, I'm not coming. So Nityananda will say, so, you're not coming? You're not coming? You wretched? No, the money is not wretched. Jamuna is not wretched. But for pastimes, Lord Balaram said, you wretched river, I don't want to come here. What do you think you are? Okay, if you don't come, I would divide it into pieces. And he took his plow and hit it on the ground. Jamuna became afraid. Oh, please excuse me. I'm sorry. Please excuse me. I'm sorry. I didn't know their supreme position. Please excuse me for my ignorance. So if you go to India today, that very place, Jamuna is still divided in many places. It's not one. Everywhere you go, Jamuna is one, going like this. But in this spot, Jamuna is divided, many here and there, or not in one place. Because only Nityananda in the Balaram form chastised Jamuna Devi. It is not that Jamuna is wretched. It's not that Jamuna does not know the supreme personality of Godhead. It's not like that. For pastimes, these things has to be enacted for our own benefit. So the Lord will teach us lesson. It is for lesson. It is for us to learn the lesson. Misunderstand the supreme personality of God, considering the supreme Lord to be an ordinary person. Our Gita already described Avajjanantimam Muda. They are Muda, fools. Anyone who does not understand Lord Krishna's position is a fool. So Krishna is teaching us this lesson. If Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is reciting this verse, it is to teach us a lesson. The position, the transcendental position of Lord Nityananda. Because Nityananda activities are very, very difficult to understand. That is natural. Who can understand the supreme personality of God without the mercy of the Supreme Lord? Who can understand? Without the mercy of the Lord, no one can understand the Lord. Therefore, the Lord has to perform pastimes to teach us lessons so we can learn and become purified. Listen. carefully listen. In this way, Lord Chaitanya said, even if he drinks wine, you see, and even if he embraces an outcast girl, Nityananda is fit to be worshipped by Lord Balarama, Lord Brahma. He is fit to be worshipped by Lord Brahma. Reciting the verse and making a shower of ecstatic love, Lord Chaitanya circumambulated Lord Nityananda, becoming conscious. And Nityananda came out of consciousness. He came out from consciousness. He was unconscious in ecstatic love of Godhead. When Chaitanya Prabhu circumambulated him and reciting this verse, Nityananda Prabhu came out to consciousness. Becoming conscious, Lord Nityananda at once shouted, Hari! And stood up. Hari! How much bliss did Nityananda feel when he gazed at Lord Chaitanya's face? How much? Who can calculate the bliss? His bliss cannot be described. Hari! He roared like a lion. Overcome with ecstatic love, he fell to the ground again. Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda circumambulated each other. Falling to the ground, they offered the Dandavad obeisances to each other. One moment, the two Lord lovingly embraced. The next moment, they joyfully wept in each other's necks. They held each other's neck and cried in ecstasy of pure love of Godhead. The next moment, they rolled on the ground in ecstasy. Their roars defeated the wild roars of many lions. Many millions of lions put together doesn't seem close. How wonderful was the love the two lords felt? I heard it was like the love of Chandra, Bhawan, and Lakshman.
Hare Krishna, everyone. There is some technical issue, so Gurudev would be joining shortly. Thank you.
Nityananda Balaram, 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 Nityananda Balaram. All right, shall we continue? Yes. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Gurudev, Hare.
All right, so we continue.
Yes, Gurudev. Can continue.
The two lords spoke prayers glorifying each other. With folding hands, they offered obeisance to each other. They wept, trembled, laughed, fainted, and turned pale. The hairs of their bodies stood erect. They manifested the symptoms that are at the heart of ecstatic love for Lord Krishna. Nothing but these ecstatic symptoms was manifested in the graceful forms of the Chaitanya along Nityananda. Lord Chaitanya manifested every symptom of ecstasy. How wonderful were the ecstatic symptoms the two lords manifested, filling their eyes. The pure devotees gaze at the two lords. After some moment, Lord Chaitanya folded his hands and prayed to Lord Nityananda. In both name and form, you are eternal, Nitya. Bliss, Ananda personified. You are the home of the Vaishnavas. You are Lord Anantacessor. Every ornament on your graceful limbs is an incarnation of pure devotional service personified. That is the truth. It is the truth. It is the truth. When Nityananda Prabhu was going from Jagannath Puri to Navadvip, he traveled for a long time. I'm not entering that pastime. I'm taking only one part of this. The other one is a long pastime also. It's a different one, different chapter altogether. So when he was going, one day Lord Nityananda Prabhu decided in Panihati village. Lord Nityananda Prabhu desired to ornament himself. He had the desire to put ornaments. As soon as the Lord desired to get ornament from all directions, people were coming with different varieties of ornaments. Varieties. By his will. He didn't call devotee, can you get me some jewels? Can you get me some gold? I need some diamonds. Prabhu, can you get some diamond for me? No, the general Prabhu didn't say. In his mind, he just desired. I wish to decorate myself. As soon as he thought like that, I wish to decorate myself. Ornaments started coming from all directions. Who is bringing this ornament? I don't know. But the ornament came. So Nityananda Prabhu decorated his 10 fingers with varieties, the varieties of jewels of different shapes, different categories. And each of them perfectly fit into his fingers completely. The 10 fingers with filled with jewels. And from here to here, from here to here, ornament. From here to here, from here to here, ornament. On the chest, ornament. On the head, the crown, ornament. Ears, earrings, ornament. The neck, ornament. To the 10 toes, fully decorated. In this way, Lord Nityananda was completely from head to toe decorated with varieties of ornament. You can name them if you know some of them. Eh? If you know, if you know some of them. Here people are very proud. You have one gold, they are very proud. You know, I'm getting gold. Not me. Gold. Poverty. That is poverty. In the civilized age where people were very powerful, where people were devoted, Ornament is just, it's part of the decorations of the body. It's not something to be surprised with. It's part of the, just like you eat or you dress. But ornament is part of the day it is replaced with plastics. The plastics, yes. Degradation. So when we look at Nityananda Prabhu, who is an Avaduta, he didn't present himself as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If you see a Swami like that, how would you think? If you see a Swami, like that, how would you think? The sannyasi just appear in a temple, or Prabhu, I'm coming to visit you. Appear in a house, and my 10 figures from here to here, fully decorated with varieties of gold. What would you think? Tell me the truth. So listen, you will give me chair to sit. I will say, this is Swami. You know, how will you think? Say gratifier. You know, I think this is the Swami. Which kind of Swami is that? This same gratifier. It happened to Pundari Vidyanidhi. It happened. Pundari Vidyanidhi. Pundari Vidyanidhi is Lord. He is Vrishabhanu Maharaj in Krishna Lila. He's a great king. But when he came in Chaitanya Lila, he was very opulent, very extremely opulent. You know his trust card? His trust card is gold. Waste basket for Pundari Vidyanidhi to spit in. What is chewing betel to spit inside is made of gold. Gold. The swimming pool is made of corals. The steps leading to the swimming pool is made of corals, pearls, lapis lazuli. So Nityananda would decorated himself like this completely, and see his majestic nature. He was walking like that. He's the Lord of Vaikuntha. What is wrong with that? Everything belongs to him. He's the owner. He's the owner of everything. He's the owner of everything. What is the purpose of possessing opulence? What is the purpose? What is the purpose of possessing opulence? To enjoy. Thank you. To enjoy. Yes. To enjoy. You have to eat with the silver. I know one of our members, his wares has his name written from the factory. All his dresses has his name written there. Yes, that is it. So Nityananda Prabhu decorated himself. But hear what Chaitanya Prabhu said. See what Chaitanya Prabhu said. Every ornament on your graceful limbs is an incarnation of pure devotional service personified. That is the truth. It is the truth, and it is just the truth. Nothing but the truth. You are happily decorated with the 9 limbs of pure devotional service. The ornament is what? They are all 9 limbs of bhakti. But ordinary people will not see that. Ordinary people will see us, you see him as saints gratifier. And one Brahmana who is not a Brahmana but is a thief. When he saw Nityananda Prabhu, he said, yes, the result of our worshipping Chandi has become complete today. The result of our worshipping Chandi. For years we've been worshipping Chandi, robbing, stealing. Today, after stealing today, we are not going to steal again for life. Because Chandi, our worshipable deity, has put everything we ever desire in life in one place. So if you rob today, finish with stealing. We'll never steal again because we have everything. So my dear brothers, it's just a question of time. Just wait for a few hours and we become rich. In this way, they all joined the Sankirtan party. They are not devotees, they are thieves, but they joined the Sankirtan party. It's not happening today. It's not happening today. It's not happening today. Eh? It's happening. As people come to the temple, they are not devotees. Eh? They come to the temple to come and steal. It has been there since time, not beginning today. And this one is a Brahmana. He's a Brahmana. He gave up his Brahmanical culture and became a thief. His duty is to steal, kill mercilessly. He killed mercilessly, rob, he plundered riches. That is his daily activities. And it's well known. It's not that he was hiding. It's known. It's happening today. And thieves are very popular and famous. More famous than the sadhus. Who care about their purity? Who care about their purity? What do we care for is money. That's all. Even up to the point, people go to sadhu. Why do they go to sadhu? If I'm sick, I go to hospital, I'll spend much money. So if I go to sadhu, pray for me, I will not spend any money. Is it not? Therefore, the cheater, proper say the cheaters and the cheated. They are flourishing. The cheaters and the cheated are flourishing. Let me not go to hospital and spend thousands or millions. I just go to sadhu, give me ashwad, give me blessing. Give me blessing, Maharaj, bless me. Maharaj, give me blessing now. Can I give you? Give me blessing. What blessing you want? I don't want to be sick for life. Is it not? So I want to spend my... Somebody came to His Holiness Bhakti Swami Maharaj. I said, Maharaj, I need blessing. Please, Maharaj. Today my life is finished by meeting you. It's a fortune. Today is my greatest day. A fortunate day for me. Please give me blessing. Maharaj, what blessing you want? I want to give you a blessing that you will leave your wife and come to the temple. Oh, Maharaj, please, I don't. Please, Maharaj, please. I don't want that blessing. What blessing do you want? Give me power so I can enjoy my life with my wife and my children. Give me blessing. That blessing I want. You see? That's my trouble. So this team, he came to join. The Christian party was going on. Nityananda having every Christian would associate. The team joined. Haribol, Haribol. It's the Haribol. You know Haribol is chanting. You're not chanting Haribol. He is chanting money. It's money he's interested in. Nityananda, we knew that this person has come here to come and steal. He's not come here to come and worship. They no knew. But Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, all the ornaments on your body, they are not material. They are what? The 9 limbs of bhakti. The body is decorated with bhakti, not ornament, not iron. Yes. You are happily decorated with the 9 limbs of pure devotional service, which are now manifested as ornaments of gold, pearls, diamonds, rudraksha, and other things. You deliver the fallen and degraded people and the people in low caste. See, we are speaking in mercy of Nityananda Prabhu. To the merchant, you gave the pure devotional service, even the demigod siddhas, sages, and kings of yoga yearn to attend. The Vedas say Lord Krishna is supremely independent. Even so, you have the power to sell Krishna to others. Is it not? Nityananda Prabhu brought the holy name door to door, person to person, city to city, town to town, village to village, country to village, planet to planet. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Lord Krishna is fully independent. Even so, you had the power to give him to even unqualified people. This is the strength of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. He has come to give us the word, which is rare, very, very rare. So, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, Nityananda Prabhu opened the marketplace of holy name. He opened the marketplace of the holy name. He is putting the holy name freely. Who has to know your glories? You are the nectar of love for Lord Krishna descended to this earth. Tasting the bliss of Sankirtan, you are in eternal consciousness. Day and night, the glories are there in your grateful. Lord Krishna always says times, Lord Krishna will not leave anyone who loves you. Anyone who takes shelter on Nityananda Prabhu will have Lord Krishna. It is sure. Guaranteed. That is the truth, I see here. That is the truth, who is speaking. Then after some time, some moment, Lord Nityananda Prabhu humbly said, you praise me, you call me Lord, but it is I who have devotion for you. You may circumambulate me, you may bow down before me, you may kill me, you may protect me, whatever you wish, you may do. Nityananda Prabhu did not become proud, of course, that is not expected. That's not expected. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, he cannot do beyond the position of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. My Lord, what need I to say to you? With your spiritual vision, what do you not see? You are the master of my heart, my breath, my everything. Whatever you command, I will do. You may punish me, you may kill me. Now I have renounced the activities of Imuni. Now I wear bracelet, amulet, and anklet. Now I hold a flute, stick, buffalo horn, bugle, and a rope for tying cows. Nityananda is holding, he is holding the rope as a cowhead boy. This is eternal nature. This morning we're hearing, and he is eternally a boy, cowhead boy, not a man. Therefore, he can go, even though a big man as he was, a big man, huge, tall man, he was huge and tall, already grown a big man. And Malini is, her breast already become dried of milk because it's already aged. But when Nityananda Prabhu touched her breast, the milk started flowing automatically. And Nityananda Prabhu was drinking that every day. Chaitanya didn't stop it. Nobody stopped it from doing that. But Chaitanya Prabhu said, don't tell anybody. Just keep this secret. Don't tell anybody. Let him continue to do his childish activity. But don't tell anybody. That is Nityananda Prabhu. He's a cowhead boy. Another time, Prabhu, when they associate with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so they were on a picnic. Suddenly, Nityananda Prabhu, he stood up, he's always carrying a stick. The stick Nityananda Prabhu carries, and the iron rod, which Nityananda carry danda. It doesn't carry danda. That iron is Kali. It represents Kali to chastise Kali Yuga. Get away, get away, get away, keep away from devotees. So he carried that with purpose, but ordinary people cannot understand. So they would think otherwise. So Nityananda Prabhu took the rod and gave to Chaitanya Prabhu, said, I want to see you. To wear this thing, let me see. Immediately, because they remember their childhood cowhead boys pastimes, immediately Chaitanya Prabhu stood up and started to, and everybody was in bliss to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda was, they were all in ecstasy. They were all dancing in ecstasy. The cowhead boys, they remember their cowhead boys' life. They remember their cowhead boys' life. This eternal life. It's eternal. To Advaita Acharya and the other dear devotees who have given activities of austerity and devotional service. But you have made me renounce the activities of the Muni. Smiling, you made me act in a different way. I am your dancer. By your will, I dance. I dance to please you. I dance for your pleasure. You make me dance as you like. You may give me mercy or punish me. By chanting your holy name, you deliver even the trees. Then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, the ornament on your body are the 9 processes of devotional service. They are not anything else. Your ornament are always the activities of devotional service. Activities that begin with hearing, chanting, and remembering the glories of the Lord and bowing down before him. As the people have no power to understand the snakes, Lord Shiva wears as ornament snakes that are Lord Ananta Sesa, pretending to be ordinary snakes. In the same way, the people do not understand your fathomless pastimes. That is why they criticize you. I do not see anything but the nectar of devotional service on your limbs and in your words and heart. Happily tasting the nectar tasted by Nanda Maharaj's associate in Vrindavan. You wear this ornament of devotional service. Any pious person who can see all of this will become happy. He will directly gaze on Lord Krishna's graceful face. That is inevitable. A stick, flute, buffalo horn, eagle, ganja, gunja necklace, flower garland, and sweet fragrances always decorate your graceful limbs. When I see you in the company of a boy, in my heart, I know that boy must be Sridham, Sudama, or another cowhead boy. You always associate with the cowhead boys who play in Vrindavan. This I know in my heart. Their body I see ecstatic love, great splendor, all power, and the devotion fed by Nanda Maharaj's associates. Anyone who loves you or your servant loves me. That is the truth of truth. What kind of ecstatic love did Lord Krishna and Lord Ananta Sesa feel then? Who can describe it? Who can know where it ends? After some time, the two lords returned to external consciousness. Going to a secluded flower garden in the forest, they sat down together. How can even the Vedas know everything about the Supreme Personality of Godhead? At that time, Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda Prabhu looked at each other. No one else was present there. What did the two lords, their forms naturally always feel with bliss do? By Lord Chaitanya's desire, no one else was present. Knowing Lord Chaitanya's wish, Lord Nityananda Prabhu went and looked at the jewel of sannyasis. Lord Chaitanya did not continue to manifest his form on Lord Chaitanya. In the same way, Lord Nityananda also did not manifest the form of Lord Nityananda. Brahma, Shiva, and the Vedas personified do not understand the soft heart of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Even though they do not understand it completely, they still sing its glories. Even Goddess Lakshmi does not understand it completely. What then can be said of others understanding it? How then can one person describe the static love Lord Chaitanya felt? Everyone joyfully thought he does not love anyone more than me. To me, he spoke the confidential words, renouncing the activities of the Muni. I will always worship Lord Krishna. Why has he renounced the activities of a Muni? And why does he now wear a peacock feather and a gunja necklace and carry a flute stick and rope for binding cows? Someone said, the devotees in Vrindavan and the confidential persons in Vrindavan are the base of all. Brahma, Shiva, and all the demigods yearn to attain the exalted devotion felt by the Gopas and Gopis. Devotion that was the result of great austerities. A person who is the object of the Supreme Lord's great mercy will attain the static love felt by the people of Gokul. Lord Krishna desired to give Uddhava the gift of this exalted love. This exalted love is described in this word, the Srimad Bhagavatam. Vande Nanda Vraja Srinam Padarenum Abhishnasa Yasam Hari Kapto Gitam Punati Bhuvana Trayan. At every moment, I offer my respectful obeisances to the doors from the feet of the girls in Nanda's branch, the girls whose songs about Lord Krishna purified the three worlds. In this way, the Vaishnavas try to understand the Lord's activities. Lord Chaitanya accepted all they said. It was by the Supreme Lord's wish that the devotees spoke in this way among themselves. Lord Chaitanya enjoyed all their talks. By Lord Chaitanya's mercy, everyone was filled with wild with bliss. Sometimes the devotees playfully quarreled. Some devotees would take the side of one of the two lords, and others would then criticize that lord. But the devotees are not really different from the Lord. They are the Lord's fingers, arms, and feet. Srimad Bhagavatam 4.7.53, the Supreme Lord explains, Jata Pumana Swam Gesu Sira Panya Adishu Kwachit Parakya Buddhim Kurute Evan Bhuttesu Matpara. A person with average intelligence does not think the head and other parts of the body to be separate. Similarly, my devotee does not differentiate Vishnu, the all-pervading personality of God, from anything or any living entity. All this is true for all the Vaishnavas. Still, it is said, Sri Krishna Chaitanya is the Supreme Master of all. Gathering together, everyone sing the glories of the Supreme Lord, saying he is the creator, maintainer, and destroyer of all the worlds. The Supreme Lord appears in everybody. To everyone, he mercifully gives the result of devotional service. He gives all knowledge and all power. He punishes offenses as he sees fit. He does not stop glorifying Lord Nityananda and Lord Adwaita. Although Lord Nityananda and Lord Adwaita have many millions of transcendental virtues beyond what the world knows, Lord Chaitanya does not speak anything about those virtues. For some moment, Lord Chaitanya happily enjoyed pastimes with Lord Nityananda. Then, taking his leave of Lord Nityananda, Lord Chaitanya returned to his own home. With a happy heart, Lord Nityananda went to see Lord Jagannath. In Lord Balaram, in Lord Nityananda form as Balaram, in his pastime as Balaram. When Lord Balaram was touring the whole India, he came to Jagannath Puri, but he didn't go to the temple. He walked past. That's the only temple Lord Balaram didn't visit. He visited all other temples. Why he didn't visit there? Because he's himself sitting there in the altar. What will he do when he get there? He's just sitting there. What do you see yourself on the mirror? How do you feel? Huh? You offer obeisance to yourself? So he didn't enter the temple. He just walked by. He just cut off the Jagannath Puri temple. He just continued going. But in Nityananda's Lila, he entered the temple. And what did he do? He entered the temple the first time he climbed the altar. And he went directly to the altar, removed the garland from the Balaram and placed it on his own neck. The security guards ran there to trap him, they kicked him. He kicked them, they flew thousands of kilometers yard away. The security guard was surprised. Huh? I have the strength to control elephant. This Avaduta, Avaduta just kicked me and I threw like a paper, like a grass. Huh? He couldn't come back near Lord Nityananda. He kept one side, they were looking. Who is this man? He couldn't understand. He said Lord Nityananda was pastime. And he walked out majestically, just walked out to the temple majestically. The guard, they gave him way. The next day when he came to the temple, all the security guards, they said, oh, this is the man who kicked me away that day, so I don't have to be kicked again the second time. But Nityananda Prabhu didn't remember that. He blessed all of them. So this is Nityananda Prabhu's pastor. Simply by gazing at Lord Jagannath, Lord Nityananda became wild with bliss. He rolled about on the ground. Lord Nityananda violently fell on the stone floor. 100 men had no power to hold him still. Gazing at Lord Jagannath, Lord Balaram, and Lady Subhadra, Lord Nityananda wept, aware of his glories. The Brahmana priest again and again gave to Nityananda Prabhu all the garlands from the necks of Lord Jagannath, Lord Balaram, and Lady Subhadra. Gazing at Lord Nityananda, all the servants of Lord Jagannath felt great bliss, take breath within themselves. Anyone who did not understand asked. Everyone gave this reply. He is a brother of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is a brother of Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Lord Nityananda embraced everyone. With the tears from his eyes, he sprinkled everyone's limbs. Afterwards, gazing at Lord Jagannath, Lord Nityananda and his associate joyfully went to see Gadadhara Pandit, who has the power to describe the love that Lord Nityananda and Gadadhara felt in their hearts. At Gadadhara's home was a very enchanting deity of Lord Gopinath. That deity was Lord Krishna himself. He was Nanda's own son. Lord Chaitanya personally embraced that deity. Seeing that deity, the blasphemers thought it only a statue. Seeing this deity, a threefold bending deity holding a flute to his mouth, Lord Nityananda shed tears of joy, tears that have end. They are not stopping for 1 hour. So you can go if you like. You can close and go. If you want to close, you can go. I'm not going to stop for now, but I'll stop after a few minutes. Learning that Lord Nityananda had come, Gadadhara Pandit stopped reading Srimad Bhagavatam and went to him at once. They gazed at each other's face, grasping each other's necks. They wept. They offered obeisance to each other. They glorified each other. They both said, now my eyes are purified. They both said, now my life has become successful. External consciousness was no longer present in the bodies of the two lords. a true Lord floated in an ocean of bliss and love. Seeing this display of great love and devotion, the devotees in the four directions fell to the ground and wept. How wonderful was the love Nityananda and Gadadhara Pandit felt. They did not say anything but words of love and devotion. Gadadhara had no desire to see the face of anyone who criticized Lord Nityananda. Gadadhara Pandit would not look at the face of anyone who did not love Lord Nityananda. After some time, becoming peaceful again, the two all sat down together and talked about the auspicious grace of Lord Chaitanya. Then Gadadhara Pandit said to Lord Nityananda, "Today,
Hare Krishna, everyone. There is a connectivity issue at Gurudev's end, so he would be joining shortly. Thank you.
he also brought it to Lord Nityananda from Bengal, from West Bengal. He had brought fine white rice suitable for Lord Gopinath. He also brought two beautiful red cloths. He placed all this before Gadadhara Pandit. Lord Nityananda Prabhu said, "Gadadhara, cook this rice and offer it to Lord Gopinath. He will enjoy it." Seeing the rice, Gadadhara Pandit smiled and said, "With my eyes, I have never seen rice like this. Master, where did you bring this rice from? It's not from Vaikuntha? You brought it from Vaikuntha to give it to Lord Gopinath? Oh, Goddess Lakshmi alone should cook this rice. I will not cook it. Lakshmi Devi should cook this rice. Then Lord Krishna will enjoy it. And after him, the devotee will also enjoy it." After happily praising the rice, Gadadhara offered the two cloths to Lord Gopinath. He placed the splendid red cloth on Lord Gopinath's graceful limbs. Gazing at the Lord's handsomeness, he floated in bliss. Then he went to cook. First, he gathered some sack. Although originally no sack was there, by divine arrangement, sack appeared. He gathered the sack and began to cook. He gathered some soft leaves from a tamarind tree and placed them in a pot of salted water. Then he prepared the bitter vegetable named damla. In this way, fortunate Gadadhara cooked. Did you prepare that? Did you? No? Oh, Krishna. Nityananda, how will he be happy if you don't give him what he likes? Eh? Today is meant for that. We should always know the secret. This morning we're discussing. We should know the science of getting the blessing. We should know the science. Please the Lord. So Gadadhara Pandit is cooking. The rice is from Vaikuntha. He didn't go to the market to purchase it. It was not there before. But as soon as Lord Nityananda brought the rice and the two red cloths, sack appeared. And Nityananda and the Gadadhara Pandit decided to cook. As Gadadhara, and finally, after he finished cooking, finally, he placed the prepared food before Lord Gopinath. At that very moment, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. With his graceful mouth, joyfully chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Lord Chaitanya arrived. Gadadara, Gadadara. Lord Chaitanya called out. At once, Gadadara offered obeisance to the Lord's lotus feet. Smiling, Lord Chaitanya said, Gadadara, why did I not get an invitation from you? Huh? You're cooking this kind of rice from Baikunta. I didn't invite me? Why? Why did you invite me? Anyway, you and I are not quarreling. So I came with that invitation. Is it not? We are friends, so I can come anytime. I don't need invitation. Don't go to enemies, even if it's your brothers or relatives. Don't go there. If you're not invited. If you go there, you have problem. Don't go there. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said here, you and I are not quarreling. Even though I did not get an invitation, I come anyway because we're friends. So I came. I don't need invitation. You and I are not quarreling. Yeah. So I came. Nityananda brought the ingredient you cooked. Lord Gopinath gave his mercy, and I will accept my share of the remnant. Hearing Lord Chaitanya's merciful word, Nityananda Prabhu and Gadadhara Pandit became plunged in an ocean of bliss. Gadadhara happily brought the prasadam and placed it before Lord Chaitanya. The prasadam was very fragrant. Again and again, Lord Chaitanya devotedly bowed down before it. Lord Chaitanya bowed down before prasadam. Lord Chaitanya said, divide it into 3 equal parts. Then we will sit down together and honor the prasadam. Sitting down, Lord Chaitanya greatly enjoyed the rice Lord Nityananda had brought. Sitting together, the two lords ate. Lord Chaitanya happily praised the rice and the vegetables. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, this food is very fragrant. It must be devotion to Lord Krishna personified. It cannot be any other way. Gadadhara, how beautiful is your cooking? I have never tasted sack like this before. Gadadhara, how wonderful is your cooking? Your vegetable of tamarind leaves. I think you must have cooked this in. How can you hide that truth from me? Joking and laughing in this way, the 3 lords tasted the nectar of ecstatic love as they ate. The devotees who love these 3 lords know their true identity. But Lord Chaitanya did not quickly tell anyone who the 3 lords were. After some time, the 3 lords stopped eating and left. Then the devotees took the remnant to the lords. The lords had left on their plate. Anyone who hears or reads this blissful meal will attain pure devotion to Lord Krishna. I told you before. So anyone who have had, you get a blessing. Those who are sitting here didn't hear, Haribol. Anyone who hears or reads of this blissful meal will attain pure devotion to Lord Krishna. He will go to Lord Krishna. Anyone on whom Gadadhara has placed his merciful glance will have the power to understand the true nature of Lord Nityananda. Anyone who in his heart loves Lord Nityananda will know the truth about Gadadhara. In this way, Lord Nityananda happily enjoyed passing with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri. The 3 lords, Sri Krishna, Chaitanya, Nityananda, and Gadadhara, always stayed together. Together, these 3 gazed on Lord Jagannath wild with bliss. They performed Sankirtan together. The 2 moons, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sri Nityananda, are my life and soul. I, Vrindavan Das, sing the glories of the holy feet. Sri Nityananda Param Ki. Hare Krishna. Comments or questions?
Hare Krishna, if any devotee is having question, they can type in the chat box or they can raise their virtual hand. Thank you.
Questions, comments? No? Did you hear me? Was it clear? Did you hear? Of course, this is not philosophy, so it will be something different.
We have question by Aditya Prabhuji here.
All right.
So Prabhuji is saying how to develop
Yes.
greed to serve.
How?
How to develop greed to serve.
I'm sorry. How the
No problem. Gurudev, Prabhuji is asking how to develop the greed to serve.
the greed to serve?
Yes, the greed to serve.
Okay. They got to develop the greed to serve.
Yes.
Very good question. How to develop the greed to serve? Because in the beginning we said Lord Nityananda Prabhu has unlimited expansions, and the reason is only one reason. The reason is that he has intense greed to serve Lord Krishna or Lord Chaitanya. So the question is, how do one develop the greed to serve the Lord? The way to get the greed, the means to get the greed, the way to develop this greed is to constantly hear about the benefit of being greedy in serving the Supreme Lord. When one knows the benefit of being greedy to serve the Supreme Lord, even Lord Krishna himself, in his form of Lord Chaitanya, Dhira Damodara Swami, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, he used this word, greed. Lord Krishna became greedy. He became greedy to an envious of Srimati Radharani to understand why Srimati Radharani enjoys more than him. And for that reason, he took the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so he can taste it. So while material greed is very, very dangerous and is a gate leading to hell, according to Bhagavad Gita, spiritual greed is a trunk a road leading to Goloka Vrindavan. Yes. So the process is to hear the benefit, the importance of being greedy in Krishna consciousness. If you hear that, you will develop the attitude, the greed, you will develop the qualities. I want to serve tirelessly. That desire is very, very wonderful, very, very strong. All right?
Yes, Gurudev. Now we have one more question by Marla Mataji, in which she says, just at the tail end, you were talking about honoring prasadam. Was the prasadam offered to Nityananda Prabhu or to someone else?
Mahaprasadam is the food which offered to Krishna. These actions, either this or Lakshmi Narayan or Radha Krishna, Rashtamashana, Nrsimhadev, all the Vishnu tattvas, and the pure devotees, or the pure representative of Krishna, the pure devotees of Krishna, the food which is offered to them will become Mahaprasada.
Hare Krishna, we apologize. Again, we are having a little connectivity issue. So Gurudev will be joining shortly. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So Gurudev was having some technical issue. He would be joining shortly. Thank you so much, and we apologize for the inconvenience caused.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Gurudev.
All right, I'm sorry for the disconnection. I'm sorry. Sorry for that. So, any other question? Yes, I was responding to that question and she asked. So that's the Mahaprasadam. Yes, others is Jagannath Prasadam. All of them is called Mahaprasadam. So we can honor that. Mahaprasadam means what the Lord have eaten, and the remnant is prasadam. When few devotees take that, it becomes Mahaprasadam. So more potent, more powerful. So devotees always go for Mahaprasadam. All right, does it answer the question?
Yes, Gurudev. Thank you so much, Gurudev. We don't have more question left with us.
Okay, so there's another question for me. There's one question for me about Lord Nityananda breaking the danda of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You see, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami mentioned when they were traveling, Lord Nityananda was holding the danda, and he broke it into 3 pieces and threw it to the water. Till today, that river is Dandapanga is there. In Jagannath, just a few kilometers. If you're coming from Bhubaneswara, it's a few kilometers before Jagannath. The temple is there. They say the temple by the river there. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, "Where's my danda?" Nityananda Prabhu said, my duty is to hold you. When you are in ecstasy, you fall. So my duty is to hold you. So that was my service. I was holding the danda and you fell. And you can sustain your weight. You fell on me, so both of us fell on danda. And the danda broke. So I threw it away. If you cannot forgive me, then you punish me as you like. But Chaitanya was extremely angry. You break my danda. My danda is my only property. Now you broke it away. You broke it and threw it away. And so I don't have anything again. But Ravindra Sakura said, when the time was given to Nityananda Prabhu, the devotee who was in charge gave the danda to Nityananda Prabhu. Please wash over this danda. I'm going to buy some things. So Nityananda Prabhu said, okay. So when he left, so Nityananda Prabhu took the danda and he looked at the danda. I said, my danda, please tell me. What is the logic? What is the logic the logic that you allow yourself to be carried by my Lord, the Lord which I worship, the Lord of Vaikuntha? What is the logic of you being carried by him? Can you tell me what is the reason why you allow this to happen? Can you tell me? Huh? No. After asking like this, after asking the danda like this, the danda couldn't say anything. So Nityananda broke it. drop it there. When the devotee came back, and he saw the danda broken, he was amazed, he was surprised. So what is this? Who have done this, my Lord? Lord Nityananda Prabhu said, the one who owns the danda has broken the danda. So the devotee left. He couldn't say anything. Lord Nityananda, he couldn't say anything. He quietly left. He carried the danda. I went and placed it before Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, eh? What happened? Did he get into a fight with somebody? He said, no. So what happened? Lord Nityananda did this. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu look at Nityananda. Why did you broke my danda? Lord Nityananda Prabhu said, what are you talking? This is just a bamboo stick. I just broke it. What is the problem? This is stick. What is the problem? Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, this the danda, 33 million demigods are residing in this danda. And you call it a bamboo stick? And he broke it? And you threw it away? And you're talking like this? Nityananda Prabhu said, well, if can you forgive me, punish me. So that's what happened. So Nityananda Lord Chaitanya was externally very angry. It's okay. I'm very sure one day you will beat me also. You can break my danda. One day I also can beat me. You yes, supreme independent, you can do anything you like. Who can ask you? So Chaitanya Prabhu said, I want to go alone to Jagannath Puri. I don't want anyone of you to follow. It's okay. Either you go before me, I would, or you would be, and I will go with myself. I will go alone. So they all agreed, please, you can go. We'll take care of the other things before we come. So the time we went alone. And other devotees, they came later to meet. So that is about the breaking of danda. All right. Hare Krishna. Ready?
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Guru.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, each and every devotee, for joining us today. We wish you a very happy Nityananda Trayadashi. Hare Krishna.
I'm sorry to keep all of you also waiting for so long. And we have celebrated, so we are not celebrating again, so it's our last thing. So thank you, all of you.
Thank you so much.
We wish all of you the mercy and the blessing of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Balaram ki jai.
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Bhakti Dhira Damodara Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.